Hey guys, it has been a month or so since I've recorded and I'm so sorry it's been so long. My life kind of became catastrophic. A lot of things has happened. I've been visiting my mom for the past 3 weeks. My brother's letting me use his room actually to record this video. I'm using my mom's wonderful paintings as a background. So I have two pretty heavy pieces for you today. One of them I literally just wrote like the other night. I was laying in bed and I hadn't thought about this piece and I was laying in bed, closed my eyes, it's 9 o'clock. I'm like, all right, it's time to go to bed. Bedtime. Early. And then I couldn't go to sleep. I refused to sleep. And then this one line, the first line came to me immediately. I was like, all right, guess I'm gonna stay up and write. It took me 30 minutes to bang this thing out and it was done. So I guess that's why I couldn't sleep. So the first piece I'm gonna do, I wrote month ago. I was gonna record it with my last piece on my last video, but it was a little too long for that, so I didn't. And this is just about my family and my childhood a little bit. I'm not gonna go into it, but anyways, it's called Privileged Pain. Everyone is talking about hard times, rough lives, but I'm white. I'm too privileged to know pain. Just because my skin is pasty and my eyes aren't slanted, I don't know pain. Because my family didn't fight to get in this country in my lifetime, that I don't know pain. I'm privileged. Just because you're white and raised in a decent home doesn't mean you're privileged. I fought for my place, my mama fought for her place, and I know my grams fought for her place too. Women are still fighting for their place. How does growing up with a single mother who's working 2 jobs to raise and support her 4 kids make me privileged? How does waking up in the middle of the night to see your brothers physically assaulting each other, beating down on one another as if they aren't blood, kicking in ribs and leaving bruises down their spines? Tell me how that's privilege. I was raised 5 miles out of town in a tiny trailer, and my mom barely made enough income to pay the bills, let alone buy Christmas presents. Privilege was waking up on Christmas morning to find handmade gifts every year that my mom took the time to make. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't change my childhood for anything. I learned my share of world knowledge in the tiny trailer out in Arizona. Mama did her best, and I'm proud to call her mom. But don't tell me that the struggles I've seen, the abuse I've endured, the past I have is erased because my skin is white. And because I have white skin, I'm privileged. I struggled too, and every other person on this planet has a past you don't know. And don't get me wrong, I know plenty of black folk who have been screwed over by society and tossed into the simplest don't get me wrong, I know plenty of black folk who have been screwed over by society and tossed into the simplistic category of minority. But when you stand up and tell me that my skin color gives me privilege, that because I'm white I won't be overlooked and that I don't know real pain, try again. It's called a majority for a reason, and it's too easy to fall into the cracks where society sees fit because I'm white and I'm privileged. Whew, I got a little tongue-tied. It's fine. So I have one more piece, and like I said, I literally wrote this just like a few days ago. So I'm a little dry. I haven't read in a while. I'm sorry. I'm breathless. This one is Homemade Bones. I'm glad I don't live in the same town as you anymore, because Lord knows I'd do anything just to pass your house so I can feel the adrenaline rush of maybe seeing you, and maybe that's wrong. Maybe driving by the places we used to get fucked up or the places we looked for our future home is a sin. But I'd go to hell for you if I got the same high as your skin touching mine every time. But the veins in my arms don't hold the drugs we wasted our brains with, but tie me to you like a red line, direct line. I still have you on speed dial, because if something went wrong, if I went wrong, you could handle it. You'd be the first to pick up. You'd know how to put me back together, just like you had so many times before. But this red line stitching me to you is cutting off circulation, and I can't breathe anymore. My body trembles as it slowly divides, unraveling me at the edges. I'll keep my brain and good sense, but there you go with my heart and my soul engraved in your back like the bad tattoo I gave you. There's a gaping hole in my chest where we laid intertwined together like the arteries that keep the blood moving in my body. It's like I ripped them out when I left you, when I left any sense of wanting to feel alive with you. But see, I just wanted to live again. I had given you all I had. There was nothing left for me. And I'm still rebuilding with the bones I didn't break, trying to climb back to you, using these bones as picks in the ice you froze over your heart for protection. The skin of my back is a shield against my future, as if I don't want one if you're not in it. And now I'm trapped in a lifeless shell where we had made our home. I can still see you there, tapping away at some game, or plucking at the chords of the ukulele we shared, while I made this house our home, where I wanted to build our future. Not within the four walls of the house your mother designed, but within the skin of our bodies, out of that small, toxic town. See, I'm not really living anymore, just existing, just finding ways to seem happy. But I can't drown my misery in alcohol. I can't water my fresh garden with poison. You have to give it sunshine and real fucking love. But I can't do that while my heart is somewhere else, while my heart is in another world being consumed by another's greedy touch, because they don't know you like I do. They didn't fight for you in a nuclear war in the kitchen with your mother. They didn't earn your trust from a bruised, acid-washed heart. They didn't build you back from ground zero over and over. I did that, and I'd do it again. I'd do it so many times over that my hands would crack from the dry Alabama clay I'd used to fill the gaping holes in your body. My nails would split from the cold I melted from your heart. But there's nothing left of me to give, you see. I am nothing but a shadow doing the things that shadows do. We stay by the light. We stay by the creatures that own us, and darling, you may not own me. But it would be easier if you did, because now my heart owns me, and my heart is owned by you. There is no battlefield, no war to be fought. There's not a game we could play where I'd win, and everything would be fine, because my heart is the trophy, already shattered in your pocket. Like I said, it's a little dark, it's a little heavy. Yay! Okay, so you guys will see me next week. I will be posting another video. My life is about to get really hectic, really fast, but it's okay. I'm gonna still post, I'm gonna keep writing, and I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas and a happy, happy New Year, and I hope 2018 is treating you better than it should be, or than 2018. I hope 2018 is treating you better than 2017 did, because I don't know about you, but 2017 was a little rough. Self-discovery, but rough. Anyways, have a great week, guys. I will see you next week.